to another live stream here on YouTube at Sports Bonanza John and on Kick at Sports Kick John. Ready for the third and final game of this three-game series between the Braves and the Phillies. Braves have taken the first two in this series over the Phillies. We will preview this game momentarily. First of all, let's pray. Lord Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank you for looking over us, Lord, and please look over everyone involved tonight. Please keep everyone safe and look over us and do your will among us as well, Lord. As I ask and pray these things in your mighty name. Amen. All right, here we go. Finale of this three-game set, the Braves and the Phillies. Braves have taken the first two, 9-0 on Friday night, winning 3-1 last night. It was a pitcher's duel. The hard luck loss for the Phillies last night as the 3 runs for the Braves scored on 3 unearned runs in the third inning, which ended up being the difference in the ball game. Phillies on a current 4-game losing streak. They are looking to bring that to an end tonight as they are going to try and snap that losing streak by sending Andrew Painter to the mound tonight. He will be facing Grant Holmes, who has taken the mound for the Atlanta Braves. As the Braves look for the sweep and the Phillies look to snap this losing streak. As I know, we're only in April, but right now, if you look at the NL East standings, the Phillies have already dug themselves a 5.5-game hole in the National League East. Mentioned the Phillies on a 4-game losing streak and have been outscored in that 4-game stretch, 33-7. Offense just continues to be a problem for the Phillies, hitting as a team just .224 this season. Inability to get the big hit again last night. Wasted a good pitching performance from Christopher Sanchez last night, who got the loss. So they will try to snap that 4-game losing streak here tonight. Against their NL East rival Atlanta Braves, Braves are sending Grant Holmes to the mound tonight to try and get this 3-game sweep over the Phillies and try and extend their lead in the National League East. Let's take a look at tonight's batting order. Here's how the Atlanta Braves will bat tonight against Andrew Painter. Leading it off for the Braves in right field, Ronald Acuna Jr. Batting second is the catcher, Drake Baldwin. Baldwin DH last night. He's back in the catcher position tonight. Batting third, playing first base, will be Matt Olson. Hitting cleanup tonight for the Braves will be the third baseman, Austin Riley. Batting fifth and playing second base for the Braves, Ozzie Albies. Batting sixth and getting the start tonight in left field will be Mike Yastrzemski. Batting seventh, DHing tonight for the Braves is Dominic Smith. Batting eighth and playing shortstop, Mauricio Dubon. Batting ninth and playing center field, Michael Harris II. So again, the Braves batting order will be Acuna, Baldwin, Olson, Riley, Albies, Yastrzemski, Smith, Dubon, and Harris. Batting order for the Atlanta Braves. They will be facing Andrew Painter, getting the start tonight. For the Phillies, getting his third start of the year, 1-0 record, 3.77 ERA, walked 3 and struck out 16 so far this year in 14 1/3 innings. So pretty good numbers on the year for Painter. And he would love nothing more than to have some offense back him up tonight. Again, that's where the Phillies' struggles have been offensively. As they look to put an end to this 4-game losing streak. Looking else around Major League Baseball today, the April implosion continues for the New York Mets as they drop their 11th in a row, losing in extra innings today to the Cubs by a final score of 2-1. The 11-game losing streak for the Mets is their longest since 2004. So it has been over 21 years since the Mets have gone on this big of a losing streak, which has now reached 11. Don't know what the answers are in New York either. They're in Flushing as the Mets just really, really struggling. And they're going to be in the same position as the Phillies. As the old baseball saying goes, you can't win a division in April, but you can lose it. And the Mets and the Phillies or the Mets especially, are putting themselves in a very, very difficult position early on in the year. So the Mets look to somehow get out of this funk, just like the Phillies are in right now. As the Phillies try to put an end to this 4-game losing streak and get back in the win column before they head to Wrigley to start a series with the Cubs. That will start tomorrow. Meanwhile, following this game, the Braves will stay in the National League East and start a series in the nation's capital against the Washington Nationals. That will start tomorrow. Nationals a winner today, a 3-0 shutout of the Giants today. As we take a look at the Major League Baseball scoreboard from today, everything is almost final, and actually everything is now final as this just went Fenway Park. Mentioned the Nationals picked up a 3-0 win over the Giants. A seriously rain delayed Yankees pick up a 7-0 shutout win at home over the Kansas City Royals. Pirates, after that 13-inning affair last night, Pirates bounced back and beat the Rays 6-3. Cleveland 8, Baltimore 4. Marlins 5, Brewers 3 final score. The Reds in 10 defeat the Twins 7-4, and it looks like, folks, we're going to be delayed on this Braves-Phillies game as looks like a bit of a weather system going through Philadelphia, so there's going to be a delay here. Cardinals in 10 beat the Astros 7-5. Cubs 2, Mets 1. Rockies get a win over the Dodgers today, 9-6. White Sox beat the Athletics 7-4. Padres 2, Angels 1. Mariners beat the Rangers 5-2. Blue Jays 10, Diamondbacks 4, and the Tigers beat the Red Sox 6-2. So it has just been told in Philadelphia there is going to be a delay to start this one. Looks like a rain system going through Philadelphia right now, so don't have exactly an update here for you. Okay, maybe we're not going to be delayed. I'm sorry. I thought I saw them calling for the tarp, but it looks like the Phillies are taking the field here, so disregard that. Andrew Painter getting the start here for the Phillies, as he is coming up and starting his warm-up tosses. There may be a delay coming up here, as it looks like skies look a little threatening here over Citizens Bank Park right now. So it will be Ronald Acuna Jr. that will lead off this game for the Atlanta Braves. Ronald Acuna Jr., the leadoff batter here. Hey, there's sun trying to peek out as well over Citizens Bank Park, as well as some rain falling. So there's a big rainbow that's just popped up over. Ronald Acuna, the leadoff batter here, hitting .247. He's got a home run on the season. He's drove in 5. Phillies, as well as struggling offensively this year, their fielding's been a little bit of an issue too. They've committed 15 errors this year. That is tied for 5th most in Major League Baseball. So here we go. Acuna steps in the box. And Painter throws the first pitch underway on a Sunday night in Philadelphia. Ball one. One 0 pitch is high in the air and popped up. And calling at first base, the catch made by Bryce Harper, and that's how this game will begin. Brings up Drake Baldwin. Baldwin, a .318 hitter, 5 home runs. He's drove in 19. Well, umpiring crew tonight, DJ Rayburn behind the plate, Dylan Wilson over at first base, John Lipka at second, and James Hoy, the crew chief, over at third base. 48 degrees at first pitch in Philadelphia. Strike one here to Drake Baldwin. So a chilly Philadelphia evening. Baldwin fouls this off. It's quickly 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Misses high. A ball and 2 strikes now the count on Drake Baldwin. Windy night in Philadelphia tonight as well. The 1-2 pitch misses low, and the count's now even 2-2. Painter delivers the 2-2 pitch. That's down low. Nice stop back there by the catcher, and that will fill the count 3-2. Three-two payoff pitch is popped foul. That'll reach the seats and out of play. Sparse crowd right now in Philadelphia. Again, a windy evening. There's a swing and a miss, strike three. Windy, cool evening, plus a weather system going through. So some rain coming through Philadelphia. So that's obviously led to the little bit of a sparse crowd on hand right now. So Baldwin strikes out for the second out. It'll bring up Matt Olson. Olson hitting .296 on the year, 5 home runs. He's drove in 15. 5 home runs tied for team high, and Olson takes low for a ball. One 0 pitch to Matt Olson. That's a little low. 2-0. 2-0 pitch. That's outside as well. It's now 3-0 on Matt Olson. 3-0 delivery to Olson. See if he has the green light here. He does not, and it's a strike right down the middle. 3-1. 3-1 pitch. That is ripped down the right field line, foul, and that will fill the count. 3-2. Three-two payoff pitch on the way from Painter to Olson. Fouled off, and Olson stays alive. 3-2 payoff. That is popped up. Foul territory. It looks like it's going to stay in play, and it does for Alec Bohm. He makes the catch, and the Braves retired 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Bottom of the first coming. Braves nothing. Phillies getting set to come to the plate. Phillies coming up here in the bottom of the first inning as they will send out this batting order tonight. Leading it off will be the shortstop, Trey Turner. Batting second, DHing once again tonight for the Phillies is Kyle Schwarber. Batting third and playing first base, Bryce Harper. Cleanup hitter for the Phillies tonight, right fielder Adolis Garcia. Batting fifth and playing left field will be Brandon Marsh. Batting sixth at third base, Alec Bohm. Bryson Stott at second base will bat seventh. Batting eighth will be the catcher tonight for the Phillies, Rafael Marchand. And batting ninth and playing center field for the Phillies, Justin Crawford. So again, the lineup: Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Garcia, Marsh, Bohm, Stott, Marchand, and Crawford. Batting order for the Phillies as they will take on starting pitcher tonight for the Braves, Grant Holmes. Holmes on the season making his fifth start. 1-1 record, 3.32 ERA, 10 walks, that's a little high, 17 strikeouts, and 21 2/3 innings, so control's been a little bit of an issue for Grant Holmes with those 10 walks. The Phillies looking to somewhere find some offense. They've been outscored in the first two games of this series, 12-1. So here we go. Trey Turner to lead it off in the bottom of the first. 259 hitter, 2 home runs. He's drove in 7. First pitch, bottom 1, upstairs, ball 1. One-zero pitch inside. That almost hit Turner. It's 2-0. Two-zero pitch on the way to Trey Turner. There's a strike. Counts now 2-1. Two-one pitch. That's lined into right field for a base hit. Good start for the Phillies here in the bottom of the first. Trey Turner with the leadoff single. And it will bring up Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber hitting .211 on the year. Does have 6 home runs. He's drove in 12. Phillies leader in home runs and RBIs. Strike 1. A 1 pitch on the way to Schwarber. That's bounced foul, and Schwarber quickly down 0-2. Schwarber might have fouled that off his foot. He's trying to walk it off. Yeah, I fouled that right off the top of his right foot. That's going to be a bruise in the morning. Schwarber still trying to walk that off. Oh, 0-2 pitch down low. 1-2 now the count on Schwarber. One-two pitch. Instead, it's a throw over to first. Turner dives back in. One-two pitch. Hit foul. Schwarber stays alive. A ball and 2 strikes. Another 1-2 pitch on the way to Schwarber. In the air to right. That's hit pretty well, and Schwarber's just gone deep again for the second time in this series. 2-run shot to right field, and the Phillies take a 2-0 first inning lead. Home run number 7 on the year for Schwarber. RBIs numbers 13 and 14. It's like we're going to have a review here of some possible fan interference, I think. Or not fan interference, but they might be checking to see if it maybe hit the top of the wall instead of went over the wall. So we are going to have a home run review. So a fan did touch it, but I think the question is, did he reach over the little ribbon board there? Because if it hits that little ribbon board out there above the scoreboard in right field, it's in play. I think the question is, did the fan reach over that? In which case it would just be a rule book double. And the run, and it would still be 0-0. I think that's the discussion. Here's another look at it. See, that looks like it's over to me. That looks like it hits the fan on the other side of that. I think that should be a home run, I think. And and the call is going to be upheld as a home run. Braves manager Walt Weiss came out, I think, wanted to double check that, and upon review, it is a home run. So it's 2-0 Phillies here in the first inning. Batter now is Bryce Harper as he takes strike 1 here. Harper hitting 270 on the year. He's got 4. Drove in 11. Harper takes counts even now, a ball and a strike. One pitch. That's upstairs. 2-1 now the count to Bryce Harper. Holmes looks in and delivers the 2-1 pitch to Harper. That's low and inside. Now 3-1 on Bryce Harper. Three-one pitch. Fouled away, and that will fill the count. 3-2. Payoff pitch to Harper. Ball 4. And that's the one issue with Holmes this year. That's, as I mentioned when I was giving you his numbers, that's now the 11th walk he's allowed this year. Control's been a little bit of an issue with Holmes. Here's Adolis Garcia. Garcia hitting .214, couple home run season. He's drove in 5 and an early meeting on the mound here. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. A Trey Turner single, a Kyle Schwarber 2-run homer, and now a walk to Bryce Harper. Holmes pitch to Garcia. Strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch misses outside. The count's now a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. Downstairs, 2-1. Harper, the lead at first. And the 2-1 pitch to Garcia. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Two pitch on the way. Garcia calls time before the pitch is thrown. Now we're set, and the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Garcia goes down swinging, and there is the first out here in the bottom of the first. And it'll bring up Brandon Marsh. Marsh, a .281 hitter on the season. Couple home runs. He's drove in 11. Pitch to Marsh. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Oh, 1 pitch. Fouled away. It's 0-2. Now the count on Brandon Marsh. Oh, 2 pitch. Outside. 1-2. One, two, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. Second out of the inning, and it will bring up Alec Bohm, number 6 hitter. Bohm hitting just 145 on the season. Does have a home run. He's drove in 10. Pitch to him is off the plate, ball 1. 1-0 misses high. 2-0 now the count on Bohm. Two-zero pitch in the air. Now into foul territory. The catch is made by Matt Olson to end the bottom of the first, but the Kyle Schwarber 2-run home run gets the Phillies on the board early. After 1, Phillies 2, Braves nothing. Well, tomorrow, looking at the MLB schedule for tomorrow, mentioned next series on the docket for these two teams. The Braves will head to the nation's capital to start a series with the Washington Nationals beginning tomorrow. Phillies will head to Wrigley Field to start a 4-game series with the Cubs. Cubs just took 2 of 3 from the Phillies in Philadelphia last week. And tomorrow we have the annual Patriots Day game in Boston between the Red Sox and the Tigers. That yearly Patriots Day 11:10 in the morning start there at Fenway tomorrow. Looking at coming in tonight, the Braves already have a 4.5 game lead in the National League East. So the Braves, definitely a 180 as far as start last year, as opposed to their start from last year when the Braves last year got off to that, 0-8, 0-9 start, whatever it was last year. Just could never recover from that. They had a couple good winning streaks as the year went on, but that bad start just had them up against the 8-ball early. And that's what the Mets and Phillies are looking at right now this year. In case you missed it earlier when I was talking about it, in case you haven't heard, the Mets lost their 11th in a row earlier today, falling in extra innings to the Cubs. So here we go, top of the second here. It's going to be Austin Riley leading it off for Atlanta. Riley, a .250 hitter, 3 home runs. He's drove in 14 on the year. First pitch, top 2, strike 1. Oh, and that hits Austin Riley as that got away from Painter. So Riley will take first base. So Riley aboard here to lead off the second, and it'll bring up Ozzie Albies. Hitting .280 on the year, 4 home runs. He's drove in 9. Pitch is a strike. Strike 1 pitch to Ozzie Albies. That's upstairs. That'll even the count a ball and a strike. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss by Albies. 1-2 now the count. One-two pitch is a foul ball. Albies just got a piece of that one to stay alive. Short lead at first base there for Austin Riley. And the pitch to Albies. And foul. Oh, that was fouled right off of Albies, and he is down. Oh. Ouch. He's going to try to walk that one off. Oh, that hit him right smack on the kneecap. That doesn't feel good right now, obviously. It's going to feel even worse in the morning. Albies steps back in the box here as he walked that off. And the 1-2 pitch once again. That's high, 2-2. I beg your pardon. That was called strike 3. Albies is challenging this. That didn't look like it was anywhere close. Yeah, that's not even close. That's a ball. Ugh. That's almost 3 inches off the plate. So a successful challenge by Albies to even the count 2-2. Here's a 2-2. That's a foul ball. Rain starts to fall once again in Philadelphia. Two-two pitch, check swing, and he went around. Strike 3 to Ozzie Albies, and that is a strikeout now. The second one for Painter, and there's the first out in the second. We'll bring up Mike Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski hitting .210 on the year. Drove in 5 runs. Ball 1. One 0 pitch. That's off the plate. 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Mike Yastrzemski. Strike 1. Two-one pitch on the way to Yastrzemski. That is drilled to right, but it's going to stay in play on the warning track. The catch is made in right field by Garcia. And there's the second out. Brings up Dominic Smith, DHing tonight for Atlanta. Smith hitting .362 on the year, 4 home runs. He's drove in 16. Painter's pitch. That's ripped into right field for a base hit. It'll be runners at first and second with 2 outs as Smith gives the Braves their first hit of the night. And it'll bring up Mauricio Dubon. Hitting .315 on the year, couple home runs. He's drove in 14. First and second, 2 outs for Atlanta here in the second, down by 2. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1 pitch, lifted foul, and now it'll be 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch, that misses. Ball and 2 strikes. One, two. That misses low and outside. That'll even the count now 2-2. Riley at second, Smith at first, the 2 base runners for the Braves, and Painter delivers the 2-2 pitch to Dubon. Fouled away. Count will stay 2-2. Two-two pitch. Down low, full count, so now the runners will get a head start on the pitch. Riley and Smith get ready to take off, but first time called in the box. Three-two pitch. There go the runners, and it's foul. Runners will be set to take off again. Riley at second, Smith at first, and another foul ball. Be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Another 3-2 pitch. Runners take off again, and another foul ball. Three-two delivery once again. That just missed, and now the catcher's calling for a review here. ABS challenge called by the Phillies catcher. Oh, that's strike 3. It hit the bottom of the zone. That's going to end the top of the second for Atlanta. They strand 2. We go to the bottom of the second inning. 2-0 Phillies. So a good challenge there by the catcher, Marchand. Bryson Stott will lead it off in the bottom of the second. Bryson Stott hitting .204 on the year. drove in 3 runs. So the Braves' first mild threat of the night. They strand 2 runners. So we will head here to the bottom of the second inning. Grant Holmes back to work on the mound for the Braves. First pitch, bottom 2, ball 1. One zero pitch is a strike, and that will even the count at 1-1. One pitch, outside corner for strike 2. One-two pitch is outside, 2-2. Two is foul. Two pitch on the ground to second, easy play, and there's the throw to first for the first out here in the bottom of the second inning. So here is the catcher, Marchand. His average this year, he is 1 for 23 on the season. However, his one hit is a home run. Ball 1. On the ground to second to make it 1 for 24 now, as there's the second out. Bring up the number 9 hitter, Justin Crawford. Crawford on the year hitting .273. Drove in a run. Bases empty, 2 outs, and Crawford takes outside for ball 1. One 0 pitch. There's a strike. Counts even, a ball and a strike. One pitch. Upstairs, 2-1. Two one pitch, swing and a miss. 2-2. Crawford awaits Holmes' 2-2 pitch. And that's foul. And that will keep the count alive, 2-2. Keep the at bat alive, I should say. Two. That is in the air to center field. Easy play out there. Catch made by Harris, and the Phillies go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. On to the third. Phillies lead it 2-0. Two runs on the board so far, thus courtesy of a 2-run first inning home run by Kyle Schwarber. It's his second home run in this series. It'll be Michael Harris II leading off the third for Atlanta. Harris hitting .258 on the season. Got 3 home runs. He's drove in 8. So here we go, top of the third. Pitch is high for ball 1 to lead off here in the third inning. Harris will be followed by the top of the order, Acuna and Baldwin. Here in the Braves' third inning. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Counts even, a ball and a strike. One. Little inside, 2-1 now the count on Michael Harris. 2-1 pitch. Harris drills this one deep to right field, and that ball is long gone. Michael Harris sends it out to right, and just like that, on one swing of the bat, it's a 2-1 ball game. Harris home run number 4 on the season, RBI number 9. Here's Ronald Acuna. Strike 1. Acuna fouls this one off. He's in an 0-2 hole. So just like that, on one swing of the bat, the Braves have cut the lead in half. Strike 2 pitch to Ronald Acuna. Outside, 1-2. Acuna popped out to lead off the game. One-two pitch down low. Counts even, 2-2. Two-two. Check swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Strike 3. Acuna strikes out. That's the first out here in the top of the third inning. And here's Drake Baldwin. Baldwin was a strikeout victim his first time up. Baldwin fouls it back for strike 1. Baldwin takes a little inside. 1-1. Baldwin rips this one into right center, but it's going to be caught out there as it held up long enough for the center fielder Crawford to get over for the second out. Brings up Matt Olson with the bases empty and 2 outs. Olson hits it foul for strike 1. Oh, 1 is outside. That'll even the count, a ball and a strike. One outside corner, strike 2. One-two pitch. In the air to left. Catch made there to end the inning. But the Braves get closer on the solo home run by Michael Harris. Bottom of the third coming. It's now a 2-1 ball game in favor of the Phillies. Phillies will have the top of the order. Turner, Schwarber, and Harper due up in the bottom of the third. Couple of updates for you from the NBA and NHL playoffs while we have a break in the action. Day 2 of the NBA playoffs. Earlier game, we had 2 blowouts in the afternoon session earlier today. First game of the day, the Celtics 123-91 over the 76ers in game 1 of that series. And the Thunder destroy the Suns in game 1, 119-84, as the Thunder look for a repeat. NBA championship. Third quarter with 7 minutes to go in the third. Magic and Pistons, surprising score here. Magic and Pistons tied at 65. And yet to come tonight, game 1 between the Trailblazers and the Spurs. Stanley Cup playoffs. Earlier today, the Avalanche, President's Cup winners this year in the NHL, they beat the Kings 2-1 in game 1 of that series. A little under 14 minutes to go in the third period. Game 1 between the Canadiens and the Lightning. The Canadiens winning on the road right now 3-2. And just under 5 minutes to go, first period, Bruins and Sabres. Bruins have a 1-0 lead. Still to come, game 1 between the Mammoth and the Golden Knights, as that series will be getting underway here tonight as well. Here we go, the bottom of the third inning, 2-1 lead for the Phillies, and it'll be Trey Turner to lead things off. Turner singled and scored on the Schwarber 2-run homer in the first inning. Strike 1 pitch, that's inside. That'll even the count of ball and a strike. One pitch, that misses low. 2-1. Two-one pitch. On the ground to short. Diving play made, and the throw to first in time. Great play there by Dubon at shortstop. A diving stop, and then gets up and throws to first in time to retire Turner. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. And it will bring up Kyle Schwarber, hit the 2-run home run back in the first inning. It's his 7th home run of the year. Ball 1. One-zero pitch, foul back. No, correction. That's going to stay in fair territory. 2 outs. 2 outs very quickly here in the bottom of the third, and it brings up Bryce Harper, who walked his first time up. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Oh, 1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch, down low, a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2, line into right field for a base hit. So Harper aboard with a 2-out single here in the bottom of the third. And it'll bring up Adolis Garcia. Garcia struck out his first time up back in the first. Throw over to first, and diving back in is Harper. Fouled away by Garcia for strike one. A 1 went around, and it's 0-2 on Garcia. Pitch misses downstairs. Ball on 2 strikes. One, two, up high, 2-2. Two misses low and outside, and now it's a full count. Strike 3 called. Garcia goes down looking. Phillies done in the third. On we go to the fourth. Two runs, 3 hits for the Phillies. 1 run, 2 hits for the Braves. Through 3 innings so far. It'll be the middle third of the Braves order. Riley, Albies, and Yastrzemski due up in the fourth. Be Austin Riley to lead it off in the fourth for Atlanta. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. First pitch, top of the fourth. Off of Painter, diving play, throw to first in time. That went off of Painter and hit to Turner, and Turner still able to get it over to first for the out. Here's Ozzie Albies. Strikeout victim his first time up. Pitch to him. Strike one. A 1 pitch. That hits the outside corner. It's 0-2. Oh-2 pitch to Albies. Down low, check swing over to third, no swing. Ball and 2 strikes now the count. One-two pitch, hit foul. Count will stay a ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch misses high. It's 2-2. Two misses outside. It's full. 3-2. That's ball 4. That's 4. I think Albies forgot what the count was there, and he was still standing at the plate. And that's ball 4, Ozzie. Here's Mike Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski 0 for 1. Ball 1. One-zero pitch. There's a strike. Counts even 1-1. One swing and a miss. 1-2 now the count. One-two. That's lined into the gap in right center field. Rounding second, heading to third is Albies. Pulling in at second with a 2-out double is Yastrzemski. And the Braves have 2 in scoring position with 1 out. And it'll bring up Dominic Smith. So the Braves a great chance here to grab the lead in the 4th inning. Smith singled his first time back in the 2nd. And Painter about to throw his 70th pitch of the game. Strike one. Strike one pitch, swing and a miss. It is 0-2 now on Dominic Smith. Comes the 0-2 pitch. Down low. Nice stop back there. Marchand with a great stop. One-two pitch on the way to Dominic Smith. Upstairs, that almost hit him. And that'll even the count 2-2. Smith looks in once again. And Painter's 2-2 pitch. Into right, just foul. That ball stays fair. The Braves have the lead. But instead, the count stays 2-2. Another 2-2 pitch on the way from Painter to Dominic Smith. Foul back again. Good battle here. Smith staying alive. Mauricio Dubon on deck for the Braves. Here's the pitch. That is popped up. That's not going to get the job done. Turner makes the catch for the second out. Runners have to hold at second and third. And it'll be up to Dubon now. To keep the inning alive for Atlanta. Dubon was a strikeout victim his first time up. You see the frustration there on Dominic Smith on that swing. Here's the pitch to Dubon. He shows bunt and takes a strike on the outside corner. Well, he tried to catch the Phillies off guard there. Two in scoring position for the Braves here in the fourth inning. Dubon loses his bat, sends it into right center. That's going to be caught. Running grab out there in right center field by Justin Crawford. And the Braves strand two in scoring position. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Phillies maintaining a 2-1 lead. Braves have now stranded 4 runners on base. Had an ample scoring chance there to at least tie it, if not take the lead. But the Phillies get out of it. And now the Phillies will bring up the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Marsh, Bohm, and Stott here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Brandon Marsh will lead it off. 0 for 1 in the game with a strikeout. So a good job there by Painter to get out of that unscathed. He is at 78 pitches through 4 innings. So you figure maybe one more inning tops for Painter on the mound for the Phillies. Grant Holmes is currently at 58 pitches through 3 innings for the Braves. Phillies coming in tonight on a 4-game losing streak, trying to bring that to an end. Braves have another divisional series coming up starting tomorrow with their NL East rival Nationals to start a series. Phillies will head to Wrigley Field for a 4-game series against the Cubs. First pitch, bottom 4, strike 1 on the outside corner to Brandon Marsh. 0-1 pitch. That is lined into left field. That's going to be caught out there. Catch made by Yastrzemski, and 1 pitch here in the bottom, or 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th on 2 pitches. Bring up Alec Bohm. Both teams with 3 hits in the ballgame. Holmes pitch to Bohm. Little low, ball 1. One 0 pitch fouled away right side. That'll even the count a ball and a strike. One pitch on the way. Right down the middle, strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes now the count. One, 2 is on the ground to first. Underhand throw to Holmes covering. He'll step on the bag for the second out. Two down very quickly here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. That'll bring up Bryson Stott. Stott 0 for 1 on the night so far. Holmes looks in and delivers. Strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch is grounded to second, and the throw over to first, and a very quick bottom of the 4th inning for Grant Holmes. Takes him just 8 pitches to get through the 4th inning. We head to the 5th. Still the Phillies 2 and the Braves 1. Going to be Michael Harris, and then the top of the order, Acuna and Baldwin here in the 5th for the Braves. Michael Harris to lead it off here in the 5th. He hit the solo home run in the 3rd inning. That's given the Braves their lone run of the night so far. Couple of updates from those NBA and NHL playoff games. 9 minutes to go in Detroit. The Magic leading the Pistons 90-83. The Pistons, the top seed in the East, but they're down 7 with a little over 9 minutes to go. Can Orlando steal home court in that one? Home team is 6 for 6 so far in the 6 games thus far in the NBA playoffs. Yet to come tonight. About 25 minutes away from tip-off in San Antonio, game 1 between the Spurs and the Trailblazers. NHL playoffs, 45 seconds left in the third period. Canadiens and Lightning are all tied up at 3. First intermission in Buffalo. Bruins lead the Sabres 1-0. Still to come tonight, game 1 in Vegas between the Golden Knights and the Mammoth. So a stunner going on in Detroit in the NBA playoffs right now. And here it is 2-1 Phillies as we head to the top half of the 5th inning. Phillies trying to put an end to this 4-game losing streak. So here's Harris to lead it off in the 5th. First pitch, top 5, way high, ball 1. One 0 pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll even the count a ball and a strike. One 1. Harris rips it into right for a base hit. That's his second hit of the game. And he's got a leadoff single, and the Braves have the tying run on here in the top of the 5th inning. And that'll take us back to the top of the order in Ronald Acuna. Acuna on the night is 0 for 2. Phillies bullpen starting to loosen here. Tim Meza warming up in the bullpen. And out will come the pitching coach for the Phillies. So Painter at 81 pitches, probably on a very short leash for the rest of this game. Pitching coach as well as the whole infield out on the mound. Talking things over with Painter. Painter looks in on Acuna. Harris at first, the tying run for Atlanta. Acuna takes inside, ball 1. A pop out and a strikeout so far tonight for Acuna. One 0 pitch downstairs. Nice stop back there by the catcher Marchand. It's 2-0. Pitch. Base hit to left field for Acuna, and the Braves have the first 2 on here in the top of the 5th inning. And it will bring up now Drake Baldwin. Baldwin has an 0 for 2 night going, and this is going to be the end of the night for Painter on the mound. As out comes Rob Thompson to make the change. Mesa's going to be coming in, so Painter goes 4+. Five hits allowed, 1 run so far. It was earned. 1 walk and 4 strikeouts in 84 pitches. He is responsible for the 2 runners on base. And Tim Mesa coming on in relief for the Phillies here in the 5th inning. He's coming on for his 10th appearance of the year, 0-1 record. 2.45 ERA, 3 walks, 10 strikeouts in 11 innings. Coming in a bit of a pickle. Braves have runners at first and second, nobody out here in the 5th inning. Again, the Phillies offense struggling to get that big hit that they need. Been a lot of the issue this season. So Mesa coming on, and he will face Drake Baldwin. Mesa going to try to get out of this little pickle. Here we go. Baldwin stepping in. First pitch from Mesa. Ball 1. Strikeout and a lineout so far tonight for Baldwin. 1-0 pitch. Strike. And Baldwin asking for a challenge here on that call. So I have our 3rd ABS challenge of the night. And is Baldwin right? He is indeed. That is a ball. So that will be overturned to 2-0 now. Missed by 0.7 of an inch. 2-0 pitch. There's a strike down the middle. No question about that one. It's 2-1. Two-one pitch to Baldwin. Downstairs, it's 3-1. Ball 4, and they're loaded with nobody out. And it will bring up Matt Olson. Braves have the bases loaded with nobody out in the 5th. Ample chance to take the lead in this game. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Olson's fouled out and popped out so far. Strike at the knees, and he's asking for a review. So our second ABS challenge of the inning. This one is a strike, so this one will be confirmed. So the Braves lose one of their ABS challenges. So they're down to one left. Oh, 2 pitch down in the dirt. 1-2. One-two pitch outside. 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. On the ground to second. That's going to get a run home. They're going to turn the out at second. That's going to be all they get. As Harris comes in to score the tying run, it's 2-2. Braves have runners at the corners now with one out. So an RBI fielder's choice. For Matt Olson. And the batter will be Austin Riley now. With runners at the corners and one out, now in a 2-2 game. So that run will be charged to Painter. Riley chops it to third. This is going to be a tough play. Nobody, everybody's safe, I should say, and the Braves take the lead. Infield single by Austin Riley. No play at first is what I was trying to say, and I couldn't get it out. And the Braves take the lead here in the fifth inning. And Ozzie Albies now be the batter. So reached on a walk and struck out. So now Painter would be the pitcher of record on the losing side, as the book is now closed on him. 4+ innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned. 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. 1-0 pitch to Albies, strike 1. So he was going to ask for an ABS challenge there. He is not. 1-1 pitch. It's foul back. Ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch down. That will get away from the catcher, but not far enough to advance the runners. 2-2. Two and two the count. Here's the pitch. Lined into left. That's hit pretty well. That's going to be over the head and off the wall. Another run's going to score for Atlanta. RBI double for Ozzie Albies. Braves with 3 in here in the fifth. It's 4-2. And still only 1 out. And Mike Yastrzemski will be the batter. Yastrzemski 1 for 2. Doubled his last time up and fouls this off for strike 1. Rough fifth inning here for the Phillies. 0-1 is foul. Counts now 0-2. Riley, the runner at third. Albies, the runner at second. 0-2 pitch. Called strike three. There going to be a challenge? There is not, it doesn't look like. Yastrzemski caught looking, and it will bring up Dominic Smith. 8th batter of the inning for Atlanta. Pitch to Smith is outside, ball one. Smith 1 for 2. He singled back in the second. Strike one. One pitch. Downstairs, 2-1. Two one is fouled away. Counts now 2-2. Two pitch. Hit foul. Count will stay 2-2. Two pitch. Another foul ball. Two once again. Strike three on the outside corner. And hang on a minute. Looks like we're going to have a challenge here. If the Braves lose this, they're out of ABS challenges. It is a strike. So the Braves cannot challenge anymore. They do get 3 in the 5th to take the lead. Bottom 5 coming from Philly. Braves now lead at 4-2. 8, 9, and 1 batters for the Phillies. Marchand, Crawford, and the top of the order, Turner, due up in the bottom of the 5th inning. So it'll be Marchand to lead it off in the bottom of the fifth. Strike 1-0 pitch is a strike. Now 1-1. One swing and a miss. 1-2. 1-2 pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. First out. Marchand now 1 for 25 on the season. And it will bring up Justin Crawford. Crawford 0 for 1. Ball 1. One 0 is foul. 1-1. 1-1 pitch misses low. 2-1. 'There's a hit into center field. That'll be a base hit. 1 out single for Justin Crawford, and it'll bring us back to the top of the order, Trey Turner. Turner's 1 for 2, scored one of the 2 Phillies runs tonight. Ball 1. One 0 pitch. That misses low. It's 2-0. Braves starting to have some action in their bullpen. 2-0 is a strike. Aaron Bummer loosening up for the Braves in the pen. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Trey Turner. Instead, it's a throw over to first, and diving back in is Justin Crawford. If Holmes can get 2 more outs here, he would be eligible for the win. Assuming he keeps the lead, of course. 2-1 pitch, foul back. 2-2. Two is foul. Count will stay 2-2. Two pitch. Inside, that'll fill the count, 3-2. Payoff pitch. Back to, there's a second one on to first late, and it pulled the first baseman off the bag anyway, so they do get the lead runner. 2 outs. And here's Kyle Schwarber, who homered earlier. If he can park a long one again, this game is tied. But Walt Weiss making the call to the bullpen, so Holmes will end up one batter short of qualifying for the win here, as he'll be pulled after 4 2/3 innings and 81 pitches. Will give way to Aaron Bummer here. So Holmes goes 4 2/3 innings, gives up 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned so far. He is responsible for the runner on first. 1 walk and 4 strikeouts, 81 pitches. Aaron Bummer coming in. 8th appearance of the year. He's 0-1, 5.4 ERA. Walked 3, struck out 5 in 5 innings. And he will face Kyle Schwarber. First batter he faces. In the Stanley Cup playoffs, Canadians get a goal in overtime and take Game 1 in Tampa Bay over the Lightning 4-3. 7.5 to go second period. Bruins still leading the Sabres 1-0. Utah and Vegas yet to come tonight. And in the NBA, we are about to have a game, and it's just gone final. We have a Game 1 shocker in Detroit. The top seed in the East Pistons, they fall in Game 1 to the Magic, 112-101. So the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference in the NBA, down 1-0. Trailblazers and Spurs just about to tip off in San Antonio. So a shocking NBA score tonight. Aaron Bummer in to face Schwarber, and Schwarber takes strike 1. Schwarber sends it into right. That's a fair ball into the right field corner. Turner will make the turn at third and hold. Schwarber with a 2-out double. And it's second and third with 2 outs for the Phillies. And Bryce Harper will be the batter. Harper fouls it off for strike 1. Harper's 1 for 1. He has singled and he's also reached on a walk. Strike 2. Harper's in an 0-2 hole. Tying run at second, Kyle Schwarber. Turner, the runner at third. Here's the 0-2 pitch. On the ground to third. That's going to be a tough play. Throw across the diamond on one hop and got him. A defensive play by Austin Riley keeps the Phillies off the scoreboard in the 5th. They strand 2 in scoring position. We head to the 6th. It stays 4-2 Atlanta. So that will now close the book on Grant Holmes. Ended up one batter short of qualifying for the win tonight. Pitchers of record right now, and Aaron Bummer would be the pitcher of record on the winning side right now for Atlanta. Andrew Painter, pitcher of record on the losing side right now for the Phillies. Braves will send up the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, Dubon, Harris, and Acuna, here in the 6th inning, as they are 12 outs away from getting a series sweep in Philadelphia. And dropping the Phillies 6.5 games behind the Braves in the NL East. Dubon will lead it off here in the 6th for the Braves. He is 0 for 2 on the night so far. New Phillies pitcher here in the 6th inning. Chase Shugart coming on to pitch for the Phillies, on for the 3rd time. No record of ERA of 3. He's given up 1 walk and 3 strikeouts in 3 innings pitched. First pitch, top 6, strike 1. So Tim Meza goes 1 inning, gives up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Walked 1 and struck out 2. One is foul. Counts now a ball and 2 strikes. One, 2 is foul. Whoever just dropped that note in the live chat, I do apologize. I am not aware of what that is you're referring to. 1, 2 is off the plate, 2 and 2. Two pitch. Foul back. Count stays 2 and 2. Two down low. That will fill the count, 3 and 2. Payoff pitch. Foul back. Count stays 3 and 2. Another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Dubon strikes out for the first out here in the sixth. Brings up Harris. Harris is 2 for 2. He's homered and singled tonight. First pitch to Harris is off the plate, ball one. Harris has scored 2 of the 4 Atlanta runs tonight. Inside corner, strike one. Braves are out of ABS challenges. They were unsuccessful twice in that fifth inning. 1-1. That is line to center. Harris now 3 for 3 as he's got another hit. And we're back to the top of the order in Acuna. Acuna 1 for 3. He singled and scored a run in this game. Ball one. One 0 is outside. 2-0. Two 0 pitch from Shugart. Strike one. 2-1. Two one. There's another strike. Counts even. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Inside, that will fill the count. Time called before this payoff pitch. Three two, outside, ball four, and it's first and second with one out for Atlanta. Harris slid in there at second base, but he didn't need to. Here's Drake Baldwin now stepping up. Well, we've got some equipment repairs to do there on Michael Harris at second base, and while he's doing that, we've got a meeting on the mound here. Michael Harris doing some uniform repair there at second base. Check swing, foul for strike one. 0-1. That is drilled deep right field on the warning track. It's gonna stay in play. The catch is made for out number 2. Tagging and heading to third is Michael Harris. Ooh, Drake Baldwin just missed a home run there. Batter will be Matt Olson. Olson's 0 for 3. RBI fielder's choice his last time up. And scored a run in that three-run fifth. And that'll do it for Shugart on the mound. We will see our 4th Phillies pitcher of the night coming in. So the Phillies exercising their bullpen here tonight. As Shugart goes 2/3 of an inning. He's given up 1 hit, walked 1, struck out 1. He is responsible for the 2 runners on base. And Kyle Backus will come in to pitch for the Phillies. Backus on for the 6th time, no records. A little bit of an inflated ERA, 7.71. Walked 1, struck out 7 in 4 2/3 innings. He inherits runners at the corners and 2 outs. And Matt Olson, the batter. Braves a chance to add some insurance here in the 6th inning, up by 2. Matt Olson will be the batter, who is playing in his 804th consecutive game tonight. First pitch from Backus is a strike. Oh, 1 is foul, and now it's 0-2 on Matt Olson. Oh, 2 pitch. Outside, just missed. 1-2. One-two pitch. Did Olson go around? Yes, he did. Strike 3. And that'll do it for Olson and the Braves in the 6th. They strand runners at the corners. Braves have left 8 runners on base and are now just 2 for 10 tonight with runners in scoring position, but they do have a 4-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Be the middle third of the Phillies order. Garcia, Marsh, and Baum due up in the bottom of the 6th. Phillies in a 2-run hole. Phillies trailing 4-2. They've been out hit tonight 8-5. See if the Braves will throw Bummer back out here in the bottom of the sixth. He only threw 5 pitches to get out of the bottom of the 5th inning. Braves won Friday night 9-0 in game 1 of this series, winning 3-1 last night. And leading 4-2 tonight, it is not going to be Bummer pitching for the Braves. They are going to bring on Tyler Kinley. Kinley on for the 10th time, 2-0, 1.13 ERA. Walked 2, struck out 6 in 8 innings. So here we go. Garcia leading it off in the bottom of the 6th. Strike 1. Outside. One one. That is foul. 1-2. Dolis Garcia, who's at the plate, has struck out both times tonight so far. Here's the 1-2. Check swing. No swing, says the first base umpire. It's 2-2. Two. Low. That's full now. 3-2. Three two, low, ball 4. There's a leadoff walk in the bottom of the 6th. And here's Brandon Marsh. Marsh comes up representing the tying run. Ball 1. Marsh has struck out and lined out. 2-0. So Kinley, a little bit of a problem finding the strike zone on his first 8 pitches. 2-0. That misses. It's 3-0. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Strike 1. 3-1 the count on Marsh. Here's the 3-1. Marsh sends it in the air to right. And the running grab out there in right field for the first out by Acuna. And it'll bring up Alec Bohm. Bohm 0 for 2 tonight. A foul out and a ground out. Ball 1. Oh, no, it hit him. They're saying that hit Bohm, so he'll take his base. And the Phillies have the tying run on for Bryson Stott. Stott is 0 for 2. Boy, that did just graze him. Or did it? They might be looking at this one. I'm not sure. Yeah, Weiss is challenging that hit by pitch call. I don't think that hit him. Looking at that replay. It's close. Question is there going to be enough on the replay to overturn the call on the field, which was hit by pitch? Slow motion replay. I don't think that hit him. The home plate umpire saying it grazed him off the left elbow. Bohm is saying it hit him on the left elbow. But I never saw the ball change direction or anything. If it did graze him, it was ever so slight. And that's going to be the question, is if there's enough to overturn the call. Going to get the call right now. And they are sticking with the hit by pitch. My thinking is there was not enough there to officially tell if it hit him or not. That's one of those where you probably would have had to stick with the call on the field. So Bryson Stott will be the batter. Dolis Garcia, the runner at second. Alec Bohm, the runner at first, represents the tying run. Bryson Stott at the plate represents the go-ahead run. Strike one on the outside corner. Stott has grounded out twice. Here's the 0-1. Hit foul, and now Stott's in an 0-2 hole. Oh, 2 pitch. Stott got under that one, sends it into right. 2 outs. So here's Marchand coming up with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Marchand 0 for 2 tonight, 1 for 25 on the season. What a great time it would be for him to get his second hit of the year to try to get out of his funk at the plate. Strike one. Strike one pitch. Fouled off, and now it's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Called strike 3 right down the middle. Marchand struggles at the plate continue. Phillies strand 2. We head to the 7th. 4-2 Atlanta. Be the middle of the order. Austin Riley, Ozzie Albies, and Mike Yastrzemski in the 7th inning for the Braves. Schedule for this week on the live stream is TBA right now. I will try and update my page during the week to see when the next live stream will be. Four runs, 8 hits for the Braves. They've left 8 runners on base. 2 runs, 5 hits for the Phillies. They've left 6 runners on base. And the Braves 9 outs away from a series sweep. First pitch, top sevens. One 0 is inside. It's 2-0. Counts now 2-1 on Riley. Backus back to work on the hill here in the seventh. 2-1 is foul. It's 2-2. Ground ball to short on one hop. Throw over to first in time for out number one here in the top of the seventh. Ozzie Albies now steps up. Bases empty and one out. Ball one outside. Ozzie Albies 1 for 2. He's doubled and drove in a run, and he's also reached on a walk. Ground ball to second. And 2 outs very quickly here in the top of the seventh. Bases empty, 2 outs. Got a pinch hitter here for Yastrzemski. Eli White, the pinch hitter. Ball one. One 0 is inside. It's 2-0. Nice diving play at first, and the throw to Backus covering at first base in time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Stretch time in Philadelphia, 4-2 Atlanta. Crawford and then the top of the order, Turner and Schwarber due up here in the bottom of the seventh inning for the Phillies. Phillies have 9 outs left. To come from 2 down and avoid a series sweep. Justin Crawford to lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th. One for two in the game with a single. Fourth pitcher of the night for Atlanta coming into the game. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning, it's going to be Dylan Lee. Lee on for the 11th time. No record of ERA of 1. Very good ERA. 1 walk, 9 strikeouts in 9 innings. Run down the baseball scoreboard one more time before the evening comes to a close. Strike one. To Justin Crawford, who's 1 for 2. He singled back in the 5th inning. Here's the strike one pitch. Outside corner, and now it's 0-2. The count on Justin Crawford. Oh, 2 pitch on the ground to second, and the throw to first in time. 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and we're back to the top of the order in Trey Turner. Turner 1 for 3, a single on the night, and he scored on the Schwarber 2-run home run back in the 1st inning, which is the only 2 Phillies runs tonight. 1 hop to short. 2 down very quickly here in the bottom of the 7th. And here comes Schwarber with the bases empty and 2 outs. Schwarber's 2 for 3. He also has doubled tonight. Schwarber takes inside for ball 1. Philly fanatic trying to get some life into this crowd. They're down the first base dugout as Schwarber fouls it off, a ball and a strike. One to Schwarber. Bounce foul. Ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Downstairs, 2-2. 2-2. It's a foul ball. That hit off the barrel of the bat. Count stays 2-2. 2-2 downstairs. That'll fill the count, 3-2. 3-2, low ball 4. Schwarber draws a walk. Inning continues for Bryce Harper, who comes up representing the tying run. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Oh, 1, swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on Bryce Harper. 0-2 on the way, foul. Harper stays alive. Oh, 2 pitch. Pop foul. And Harper again fights it off to stay alive. Oh, 2 is lifted in the air to left. And going back for it is the shortstop Dubon, and that will do it for the Phillies in the 7th. Schwarber stranded at first. We head to the 8th. 4-2 Braves. Be the bottom third. Okay, looks like I just lost connection again. That's been happening a lot here recently. I got to figure out if there's an issue with my internet connection or what's going on. On we go to the 8th. 5th Phillies pitcher of the night coming in is Orion Kerkering. Kerkering on for the 6th time. No record. 5.06 ERA. Walked 1, struck out 4 in 5 1/3 innings on the season. So Backus goes an inning and a third and gave up absolutely nothing and had a strikeout. So a good bullpen for performance by Backus tonight. First pitch by Kerkering to Dominic Smith, top of the eighth. It's on the ground to second. One pitch and one out here in the top of the eighth inning. Mauricio Dubon will now be the batter. 0 for 3 tonight. Strike one. Oh, one is a strike. It's 0 2. Oh, 2 pitch is into foul territory. It will be caught over there by Bryce Harper as it stays in play for the second out. Ball one here to Harris, who has a perfect night going 3 for 3. Couple singles and a solo homer. 1-0 pitch misses again. It's 2-0. Two 0 pitch. That's now 3-0. That's a 4-pitch walk to Harris. And he's aboarded first with 2 outs as we reset to the top of the order in Acuna. Acuna is 1 for 3. Ball one. One 0 pitch to Acuna. Outside, 2-0. In addition to Acuna's single, he's also reached on a walk and scored one of the 4 Braves runs tonight. 2-0 pitch is a strike. 2-1. Two-one pitch. Instead, it's a throw over to first from Kerkering. Harris dives back in. Two-one pitch is a swing and a miss. 2-2. 2-2. Popped up. Foul territory. That will stay in play. And the catch made by Marchand to end the top of the 8th. Bottom 8 coming in Philadelphia. 4-2 lead for the Braves. Middle third of the Phillies order. Garcia, Marsh, and Baum due up in the bottom of the 8th as the Phillies are down to their last 6 outs to avoid their 5th loss in a row. Couple of updates from the NBA and NHL playoffs. Halfway through the second quarter, game 1 between the Blazers and Spurs. Spurs lead 48-34. Again, we had a stunner in the NBA playoffs tonight. The top seed in the East, Pistons, they fall to Orlando tonight, 112-101 in game 1. Less than 9 minutes to go in the third period. Bruins now lead the Sabres 2-0 in game 1 of that series. Fifth Braves pitcher of the night coming in. Robert Suarez on for the 10th time. He's 2-0, 1.04 ERA. He's walked 1 and struck out 10 in 8 2/3 innings. So both teams have used 5 pitchers tonight. Aroldis Garcia leads it off in the last of the 8th for the Phillies. Strike 1. Time called before the 0-1 pitch. Oh, 1 is low, a ball and a strike. One downstairs. It's 2-1 now. Two one swing and a miss. 2-2. Two hit foul. Count will stay 2-2. Here comes the 2-2. That's hit foul. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Garcia goes down. Hat trick tonight for Adolis Garcia. And it'll bring up Brandon Marsh. Marsh has an 0 for 3 night going. And that's hit into left field, and that will be caught out there by White, who is now playing left field. He came on as a pinch hitter for Yastrzemski. And Eli White stays in the game to play left field. 2 outs for Alec Bohm. It's 0 for 2. Bohm was hit by a pitch back in the 6th inning. That one they had to review, and the call stood. Check swing foul. It's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. One-two pitch is foul. One-two pitch. That's foul balled. Bohm stays alive. One-two is a chopper to short. Throw over to first in time. Phillies down in the bottom of the 8th. The Braves are 3 outs away from a series sweep over the Phillies. They lead at 4-2 heading to the 9th.
Developing that home screen to push more content on you.
2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Braves. Baldwin, Olson, and Riley in the 9th. Phillies started the scoring today in the bottom of the 1st with a 2-run home run by Kyle Schwarber. Made it 2-0. Braves got 1 back in the 3rd on the Michael Harris home run to right. And then the 5th inning is when the game turned. RBI fielder's choice for Matt Olson tied the game. Then an infield single by Austin Riley gave the Braves the lead 3-2, and they added the insurance run on the RBI double by Ozzie Albies to make it 4-2. And the 6th Phillies pitcher of the night, Seth Johnson, coming in, just making his 2nd appearance of the year. It was not a great first outing for Seth Johnson. He pitched an inning and 2/3, gave up 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 3 earned runs, and 4 hits. So after one outing this year, his ERA is 16.2. First pitch, top 9, lined into right field, right at Garcia, and 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Brings up Matt Olson. Olson is 0 for 4. He has drove in a run on the fielder's choice, RBI fielder's choice. Foul ball, strike 1. He also scored one of the Braves' runs in that 3-run 5th. 0-1 is low, a ball and a strike now on Matt Olson. One pitch. Inside corner, strike 2. And I don't think Olson agreed with that call, but again, the Braves are out of ABS challenges. They were unsuccessful twice in the 5th inning. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Olson's the second out in the top of the 9th. And it will bring up Austin Riley. Bases empty, 2 outs. Austin Riley, a RBI single in this game. He's also reached via a hit by pitch. Swing and a miss. He's down the count 0-2. Comes the 0-2. Ripped but caught. That was a liner that was caught by Baum at third base. 1-2-3. Go the Braves in the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Phillies. Be the bottom third of the order in the bottom of the 9th. Down by 2. I've talked about it 3 or 4 times over the weekend in the 2 games of this series that I've done on the live stream. The Phillies struggling offense. And it's reared its ugly head again tonight. They are just 5 for 29. They came into this game as a team batting average for the year for the Phillies. They came into this game hitting just .224. They're definitely not going to help raise that tonight either. Braves are bringing on the closer, Raisel Iglesias, to try to get these final 3 outs and send the Braves to a series sweep and a 15-7 record heading to Washington. Iglesias on for the 8th time. He's got 4 saves so far. Has not given up a run in 7 2/3 innings, and he has 10 strikeouts. Bryson Stott to lead it off for the Phillies in the last of the 9th. First pitch, bottom 9 from Iglesias, ball 1. One 0 is a strike. Evens the count 1-1. 1-1 is in the air to left and coming on, diving attempt and can't get it. Pulling in at second is Bryson Stott with a leadoff double. A diving attempt out there by White, but he could not come up with it. And it's a leadoff double for Bryson Stott here in the 9th. Now, Marchand is the scheduled hitter, but he is 0 for 3 tonight and 1 for 25 on the year. They are going to have, I was wondering if they were going to bring on a pinch hitter, but they are not. And now Marchand gets under one and sends it in the air to right center. Catch made for the first out by Michael Harris. And Stott has to hold it second. Brings up Justin Crawford. He's got one of the 6 Phillies hits tonight. With a single, he's 1 for 3. Ball 1. Crawford represents the tying run. Back to the top of the order, Trey Turner on deck. One 0 is low, 2-0. Two 0 foul. 2-1 now. Two 1 pitch, that's hit foul. Counts now 2-2 on Justin Crawford. Two. That's hit down the left field line and foul. Count stays 2-2. Two is low, full count. 3-2, ball 4. And it's first and second with 1 out. And now Trey Turner steps up as the winning run. Swing and a miss by Turner. Bryson Stott at second base. His run doesn't mean anything. Crawford at first base is the tying run. Turner, the winning run at the plate, swings and misses again. It's 0-2. And Kyle Schwarber, who hit the home run back in the first inning, is on deck. Oh, 2 to Turner, down in the dirt, 1-2. We talked about the Phillies' offensive woes. This would be a great way for them to get out of this funk if they can find a way to come back and win this game with the big bats coming up. Iglesias looks in and delivers the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So now it's going to come down to a battle between Iglesias and Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber steps up as the last hope tonight for the Phillies. Homered back in the first, ball 1. Crowd comes to their feet at Citizens Bank Park. 1-0, swing and a miss. 1-1. Iglesias delivers the 1-1 to Schwarber. That's foul, and now the Phillies are down to their final strike. Iglesias set. Schwarber set. The 1-2 popped foul. That'll get out of play, and we'll do it again. Iglesias' 5th save of the year, not coming easy. 1-2 pitch, outside, 2-2. If Schwarber gets on, Bryce Harper is on deck. 2-2. Line to right. That's going to be caught by Acuna, and that's going to end the ball game. An over-the-shoulder catch by Acuna ends it, and the Braves get the series sweep in Philly. 4-2 the final score. It got interesting in the 9th inning, but the Braves pull it out and move to 15-7 overall. The Phillies fall to 8-13 and now fall 6.5 games behind the first place Braves in the National League East. Boy, if that ball gets over Acuna, this game is tied. Wow, what a finish. Final stats in this one, Braves 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 9 on base. Phillies 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They stranded 9 as well. And again, the offense could not come up with the big hit at the crucial time. Phillies 0 for 6 tonight with runners in scoring position. And the offensive woes just continue for the Phillies. Win in this game goes to Tyler Kinley for the Braves. He moves now to 3-0 on the year. All right, so Iglesias picks up save number 5. Andrew Painter suffered the loss tonight for the Phillies. He falls to 1-1. Time of the game, 3 hours, 3 minutes in front of a Citizens Bank Park crowd tonight of 36,806. And the Braves get the 4-2 win to sweep the 3-game series. They're now 15-7 on the season. Phillies fall to 8-13 on the year. Phillies will now head to Wrigley Field to start a 4-game series with the Cubs. Braves will head to the nation's capital to start a series against the Washington Nationals. Exciting finish in this one. And that's going to wrap it up tonight on the live stream. Let's run down before actually the Major League Scoreboard one more time before I sign off for the night. Speaking of the Nationals, the Braves' next opponent, they got the 3-0 shutout over the Giants today. Pirates beat the Rays 6-3 to win 2 out of 3 in that series. Braves entered that series on a 6-game winning streak. Cleveland beats Baltimore 8-4. Marlins get the 5-3 win over the Brewers. Reds 7, Twins 4 in 10 innings. First place Cincinnati Reds, continuing to be red hot right now. Cardinals beat the Astros 7-5 in Houston in 10. The Mets lose their 11th in a row. They lose at Wrigley today 2-1 to the Cubs in 10 innings. Rockies get the 9-6 win over the Dodgers today. Mariners beat the Rangers 5-2 in that AL West battle. Blue Jays 10, Diamondbacks 4. Yankees a 7-0 shutout over the Royals. White Sox get the win over the A's today, 7-4. Padres get the win in Anaheim over the Angels 2-1, and the Tigers beat the Red Sox 6-2. Tigers and Red Sox will be playing in that annual Patriots Day game just after 11 in the morning start in Boston tomorrow. Again, Braves win this one 4-2. They sweep the Phillies in the 3-game series. Gonna wrap it up. My name is John, Sports Bonanza John on YouTube. It's my site. If you like my content, really would appreciate a like and subscribe from you. Also on Kick at Sports Kick John. You can follow me there. You can also follow me on Twitch at Sport Guru John. Again, TBD live stream schedule this week to be determined. I will try to have updates on my page when I know what game and what day I will be back on the live stream. So I will try to keep post on that, but it's kind of TBD at this point as to when I'll be on next. Appreciate you joining me, everybody. Braves win it 4-2, and I'll talk to you down the road. Good night. God bless.